Did you know that some of the biggest stars from the past have completely disappeared from the spotlight? In this video, we're uncovering the stories of once famous celebrities who were everywhere, and then suddenly gone. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss our latest deep dives into the rise and fall of Hollywood's brightest stars. Let's rewind time. Fame is a fleeting thing. One moment, you're the face on every magazine cover and trending on every platform. The next, you're a distant memory. Whether it was due to personal choices, scandals, career shifts, or just the unpredictable nature of the entertainment industry, these celebrities went from household names to near obscurity. Some walked away willingly, while others faded without warning. In this video, we're taking a closer look at the stars who once ruled the red carpet but have since vanished from the limelight. 10. Mischa Barton. Mischa Barton was once the face of teenage glam and rebellion. As Marissa Cooper on the OC, she became a pop culture icon of the early 2000s. The show's explosive popularity thrust her into stardom, making her a fashion trendsetter and red carpet regular. But that fame came at a steep cost. Mischa struggled with the pressures of sudden celebrity and the invasive media that came with it. After leaving the show in its third season, her film career faltered. Roles in independent films didn't gain traction, and her public image was soon overshadowed by paparazzi-fueled headlines about her mental health, substance use, and legal problems. 9. Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner's name was once synonymous with Team Jacob, the werewolf heartthrob from the Twilight Saga. During the franchise's peak, Lautner was one of the most recognizable young actors in the world. With his athletic build and youthful charm, he became a teen idol overnight. Studios lined up to cast him, and he had the world at his feet. But after Twilight, things quickly changed. His films, like Abduction, bombed at the box office, and he couldn't escape the shadow of his breakout role. Lautner quietly disappeared from Hollywood, taking a step back from acting. Years later, he opened up about the overwhelming nature of fame and how it took a toll on his mental health. 8. Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl's fall from grace is one of the most talked about in Hollywood. She skyrocketed to fame with her role as Dr. Izzy Stevens on Grey's Anatomy, followed by romantic comedy hits like Knocked Up and 27 Dresses. For a while, she was everywhere, winning awards, topping casting lists, and seen as the next Julia Roberts. But her candid and sometimes critical remarks about her own projects rubbed many the wrong way. She publicly criticized the writing on Grey's Anatomy and distanced herself from Knocked Up, calling it sexist. 7. Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser was once a Hollywood darling. He had the looks, the charm, and the comedic timing that made films like The Mummy, George of the Jungle, and bedazzled box office successes. But Fraser's career took a heartbreaking turn. Behind the scenes, he dealt with numerous personal tragedies, including divorce, the death of his mother, and severe physical injuries from doing his own stunts. He also revealed in 2018 that he had been sexually assaulted by a powerful Hollywood executive, a revelation that left him emotionally shattered and contributed to his retreat from the public eye. For nearly a decade, Fraser was out of the mainstream. 6. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was one of the most gifted young comedians of her time. Bursting onto the scene with All That and The Amanda Show, she seamlessly transitioned into film with hits like What a Girl Wants, She's the Man and Hairspray. Audiences and critics alike praised her timing, versatility, and screen presence. But the pressures of early fame took their toll. Bynes suffered a highly publicized mental breakdown, which included erratic social media rants, drug use, and legal troubles. She stepped away from acting in 2010, later revealing a bipolar diagnosis and checking into a psychiatric facility. Though she expressed interest in returning to acting and even pursued a degree in fashion, Amanda's image is now largely tied to her fall from grace. 5. Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. was the dreamboat of the late 90s and early 2000s. His roles in She's All That, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Scooby-Doo made him a fixture on teen bedroom posters everywhere. His charm and soft-spoken appeal gave him leading man status, but after a few flops and some lackluster TV pilots, his career slowed down. Prince turned his attention to other interests: voice acting, producing, and even working behind the scenes with WWE. While he married fellow teen icon Sarah Michelle Gellar and occasionally appears in nostalgic interviews, Freddie's era as a leading man ended quietly. Today, he's remembered fondly, but mostly as a figure of a bygone era. 4. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan once appeared to have it all: acting chops, musical talent, and undeniable screen presence. Her performances in The Parent Trap, Freaky Friday, and Mean Girls made her one of Hollywood's most sought-after stars. But with success came the pressures of fame, and Lindsay spiraled into a series of personal and legal troubles. Her struggles with addiction, repeated stints in rehab, court appearances, and late-night party antics dominated headlines. Attempts at a comeback often fizzled, with projects stalled or underperforming. She moved abroad and opened a beach club in Greece, which later became a reality show. 3. Jaleel White. Jaleel White became a cultural phenomenon as Steve Urkel on Family Matters. His quirky mannerisms, suspenders, and catchphrase, "Did I do that?" became embedded in 90s television history. But his success as Urkel was a double-edged sword. White found it nearly impossible to break away from the nerdy character that made him famous. Despite efforts to transition into adult roles, the typecasting was too strong, and casting agents had difficulty seeing past the glasses and high-pitched voice. While White has remained active in Hollywood through voice work, reality TV, and podcasting, his era of superstardom is long gone. 2. Macaulay Culkin. There was a time when Macaulay Culkin was the most famous child on Earth. Home Alone made him a global sensation, and his roles in My Girl, Richie Rich, and The Good Son cemented him as a prodigy. But being a child star came with a cost. Family disputes, financial mismanagement, and an overexposed youth led to burnout. By his teens, Culkin had taken a long break from acting. Rumors of drug use and odd behavior followed him for years, making him more of a tabloid curiosity than a working actor. In recent years, he's re-emerged in indie projects and has even become a father, finding happiness outside the spotlight. 1. Paris Hilton. Before influencers, there was Paris Hilton, a socialite, heiress, model, and reality TV pioneer. Paris dominated the early 2000s with A Simple Life and her high-profile club appearances. She essentially created the modern celebrity template, being famous for being famous. But over time, the public grew tired of her act. Reality TV evolved, new stars emerged, and the shock factor of her brand faded. Paris attempted to reinvent herself as a DJ, entrepreneur, and even an advocate for mental health awareness through her documentary. But the cultural influence she once wielded is now largely nostalgic. She's no longer the blueprint. She's a symbol of a specific time. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.